Hi, and welcome back to my journey. Sorry, I'm still trying to lose my voice from when I was sick like a month ago. Um, I know it's been a while since I've been on. I uh, I didn't say anything on camera. My wife was going away for 4 days, and I think I was trying to avoid it, or just ignore it, or hope it would go away, and that didn't happen. Um, she left on a Friday, came back late Monday night. Um, so it was just over a weekend and a couple days, whatever. My mom, bless her heart, came by about afternoon, lunchtime, stayed through dinner, which was a huge help for me. Um, I don't know how many of you out there have kids, but for me, having my daughter and being responsible for her is something that's one of my triggers, and I don't know why. I think it's because I think I find it hard enough to take care of myself some days. And maybe I don't feel worthy as well, which is something I need to look into. Maybe it's something that resonates with you. I don't know. Um, right now, I was holding. I held for when I was sick. I held when my wife was away. So I'm down about another quarter. I'll put it in the description right now. I don't know what it is. When I take my medication today, what it'll be. It's I've held quite a bit, and honestly, I don't know if holding. I know there's times when I hold that it definitely makes a difference, and I know there's sometimes I think I'm not sure. And like with my wife going away, what it made me realize is how much I need to work on my triggers. Um, like this abandonment thing, I'm guessing that's what it is, or not being worthy of my daughter or whatever. Um, and also just as I watch, and I'm going to bounce around a lot, and I apologize for the people that I've been corresponding with. Thank you. It's meant the world to me to have someone to bounce ideas off of, or just talk to, or just talk to someone else who kind of gets me, and I can get them. I guess hopefully, it's taken that way. And in the comments, I see a lot more people commenting and just with each other, which is fantastic. Um, and of course, I chime in whenever I see one. And I know that the notifications have been messed up. So if I haven't commented on something that you did, I'm not ignoring you. I promise. I don't have that many subscribers, so you would think would be able to see them, but for some reason I see them sometimes. Other times they're just not there, and I don't see them till later. So um, just FYI on that. But I think my biggest takeaway from this last week or so is how much we need to take responsibility for ourselves. And I know nobody wants to hear that, no more, no one more than me. But I need to really start being very attentive as to what my triggers are. Now I know going through this withdrawal, this may not be the time to work on them. I don't know. And if any of you do know that answer, I would love to hear it because I've heard both sides of that coin. Really dig into it, and other people are no, just while you're going through this, keep it light. So if somebody has a good solid answer for what helped them, please leave it in the comments. Um, but for me, I know that it's like, okay, the medications may be making this worse. It may not, whatever your belief is on that. But I know how how much more intense everything was. Um, in some ways, I think I did better than I thought I was going to, but it was tough, and I'm still actually coming down from that. I feel like some of my muscles are starting to loosen up a little bit more, and some of the pain's going away a little bit, and for whatever that's worth. But I don't want to make this a long video. But I think each one of us needs to watch. I'm talking to myself, but since it's on YouTube, I'm talking to anybody that's listening. I think we all need to look at what it is our triggers are and where they came from so that we can take a harder look at them, and so we can figure out how what is the best way to overcome those. and to look them dead in the eye and say, okay, I'm ready to learn from you. Um, that's the way I'm looking at it, because I feel like each time I'm tested this way, it's not just for me. Um, well, it's for me. I'm having two thoughts in my head at the same time. It's for me. It's to teach me something. It's to show me where I'm at. To show me in some ways things are going better than I maybe would think. And also to show me here's things you need, you know, from the past, usually, and how much time you spend in the future, which is the definition of anxiety, ruminating about things. And to let that go. Again, the name of my channel, I'm learning to let go. Learning that, again, even with just some of the people that have reached out to me and I've kind of been in communication with, it's such a blessing. And it's come at such a great time in my life that it's to just trust that, you know, whatever that is that you trust in, to just trust that it's going to bring about those interactions and those coincidences, if you want to call them that, or synchronicities or whatever, at the right time. There's a divine timing in everything, I think. Again, I'm learning to let go of my rational mind, because my rational mind can't deal with any of what I'm going through. Even talking with other people, when they say something, or I say something to them saying, I know you may not understand this, but this is just the way I have to do this today. Like somebody that I could actually call. I don't. I texted because I was not in a place where I could physically talk to somebody, especially new, on the phone, and they completely understood, which was reassuring to me that I'm not completely nuts, you know. Actually, even more than that, it's that some of the things that I in my mind, I'm like, you just question yourself, and you're not, no, other people are going through the same thing. And again, I apologize that we all have to do that. But we are. And I've also believed, and I think I've said this before on camera, but I have to say it again. It's as if, as I interact with people and I go through like this, you know, last week that I had that was very, very, really hard on me, to say the least. It also wakes me up to, I'm doing this work not only for myself, and this was the second thought I was having earlier, but I'm doing it for other people. And I know some people won't grasp that because I'm barely, but it's like people will ask me questions. And they're questions that I've been asking myself. And then I'll answer the question and I'll realize, oh, the answer's been within me the whole time, because the answer I just gave that person was actually probably pretty good advice based on my life experiences and based on what's, you know, coming to me now. So when people say, are we all connected? I say, yes, we are. Because the question that you have, that you, right now, if you're wanting to put a question in a comment box, whether it's mine or anybody else's, put it there. If there's something that you have a question for, there's somebody out there that has an answer. And in the same time, if you have an answer to something, put it there, because there's somebody out there who is asking that question but is too afraid to ask it maybe out loud. So just put your comments in the comment boxes. I know making videos, I mean, I haven't been here in, I think it's a week or more. I was too tired and too whatever to sit in front of a camera. How hard is it to sit here and talk? And yet it is. But yeah, just we're all in this together. We're all learning as we go, and we're all doing the best we can. And I believe it's for a reason. And that's the other thing that kept coming to me is just trust that this is for a reason. You may not know what it is, because hell, I don't. I don't. I get glimpses sometimes, I think. But for the most part, I'm just leaving it there. I don't know. And I'm going to leave it as I don't know. And just trust as best I can, day by day, minute by minute. You know, just trust that it's going to be all right. You know, the people that came before us that have all on the other side, and they're like, it does get better. I mean, I keep hearing that, you know, and like some people said, you know, you hope they're not lying. You hope they're telling you the truth. You hope that you're not, you know, you're going to be like them and they're not like the exception and not the rule. I'm going to keep trusting that, you know, yeah, I'm up still around 30 milligrams, over 30 milligrams. I'm going to get to zero and I'm going to get better and I'm going to get out of here. A quick brag, there was 4 students at my daughter's school that They won these awards for her 5th grade class and the outgoing elementary school. She was one of them. Now there's a course, the thing at her school that my wife went to, and now there's going to be one at a large hall to honor all of those kids. I don't know what I'm going to do. And that's where, again, people ask, why is this happening? Why? It's affecting more than just me. It's affecting other people and someone who I love more than life itself, and something that I want to be there to celebrate with her on just being amazing. Not that she's any better than anybody else at that school. That's not what I'm saying. She's my daughter. Everybody's going to think that. But she is being honored, and I love her, and I want to be there. So I've opened myself up to say, you know what? Given everything and no matter how I feel, even in this moment, I'm going to be open to that's a possibility. And live my life. I'm not dying of cancer, although there's days I know it feels like it. And I apologize for any of you out there that have it. That's not even fair. I lost my father to cancer, so I understand that. But my point is, I'm not dying. So I think that's one of the reasons I made this video today. I'm doing this video in honor to everyone that can't. And I'm going to try my freaking damnedest to get to see her at that thing for everyone that can't. And if I don't, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to learn to let go and go along for the ride. But it's my intention that I'm setting out there right now on camera and to myself. And I think learning to stand on my own 2 feet was a big one, huge one during the last week. Was I really can stand on my own 2 feet, and that time is coming. And this is just more of a wake-up call, because I don't know about most of you, but I know most of my life I never felt like, no matter what I accomplished, no matter what I did, it was never enough. It was never enough for me anyway. I never felt I lived up to anybody's expectations, especially not my own. And that needs to die. That part of my ego needs to go. We're all here for a reason. If we weren't, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have woke up this morning. There'd be no purpose. There'd be no point. And I'm not going to live my life. I want to refuse to live my life anymore putting up with this and allowing it to completely consume my life. I understand that there's going to be whatever there's going to be while I'm working on this. But I also understand that there's got to be some gray area. Because that's something I was never... to me, life is black and white. Always has been. And this is the part, the letting go part that I'm learning. I got to find the gray. I think we all do. Find the gray, find the purpose, find the silver lining in that cloud and say, okay, that's what I'm going to focus on. Anyway, I wanted to get back in front of the camera. I was feeling well enough today to do that. And I wanted to say thank you, most of all, to everyone out there. It's been such a blessing to know and to interact with other people, and just, it sucks that you're meeting people in this way. But it's also such a blessing. So I don't know how else to describe that. Anyway, I'd say love and light, but I think I'm going to finally drop. I don't know. I feel like that is truly, I want to express my love and give out whatever. But I realize behind that saying, there's a whole lot of baggage that comes along with it that I really never have realized. So I'm just rambling at this point. But it's kind of like when you talk about God, my version or religion or whatever. It's like there's all this baggage that comes along with it. And at the same time, we're all on some kind of spiritual journey in one way or another. And this is no more of one than I can think of than this. On that note, thank you all. I truly do love every one of you, everybody out there, everybody that's going through this and who isn't, people who are helping those that are going through it, people who just, the doctors who don't get it yet, but they will, the ones that do kind of, just everyone that's a part of this community in some way, shape, or form, which really represents the whole of the earth and everyone living on it. Whatever you're going through, whatever the label is that you have, hang in there. Keep, I'm not even going to use the word fighting. Just keep hanging in there and trusting that it's all working for good. Everything. Everything. And with that, I am going to go. I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for listening to my ramblings and being a part of my journey. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.